Walker fans, in this episode we're going to be talking predictions and what to expect from Season 7, Episode 4 of The Walking Dead. Negan's going to be courting a new wife. It might not be who you expect.
Now dig on this.
What? Dance off, bro.
Maximum effort.
Gandalf.
Why did you say that name?
I am Gandalf the White.
Pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
This is for you.
I'm Jay, and this is the Lunchroom Syndicate at the Geek Table. This week's episode is going to be taking place primarily at Alexandria, though I don't think the story is going to be told linear. At least I'm kind of hoping not. We see in the previews that Negan shows up straight away.
Little pig, let me in.
And we also see Rick having this discussion with the group about how he's not in charge anymore, Negan is.
I'm not in charge anymore. Negan is.
I think the discussion with Rick and the rest of the group is going to be taking place before Negan gets there. But of course, we're going to have some time skips if that's going to happen, and Negan shows up at the start of the episode. When Negan does show up at Alexandria, he's going to have Daryl at his side. So if you got sick of seeing Daryl get beat down last week, you're going to be a little disappointed because he's going to be getting more of that this week. I think it's going to be another demoralizing episode for Daryl. He's going to be with Negan there at Alexandria. I don't think you're going to hear Daryl talking, especially to Rick. Very little communication, if any, between the two, and I think both are going to be feeling really down at the end of this episode. In the preview, we see Rick looking at Lucille sitting on a table. I don't think that's going to be the extent of what we see Lucille in this episode, though I think we're going to be pretty kill-free in this episode. Negan's going to ask Rick to hold Lucille and carry Lucille around with him as they're walking through Alexandria. And that's going to take a pretty big toll on everybody watching that, but especially Rick carrying it around. A couple other characters that I think are going to be feeling pretty down in this episode, as if they haven't had enough already to feel bad about, is Rosita and Maggie. We see at the very beginning of the episode in the promos, Rosita still has her hat on. But when she's out in the woods, she's missing that hat. I think it's going to be taken from her, kind of like as a trophy almost. And that seems pretty skeevy, so maybe coming from Dwight. So I think Dwight is going to be looking for this romance to start with Rosita, and I think that's going to be pretty creepy to watch him hitting on Rosita after what happened. I also mentioned Maggie. Now, I think Maggie is up for a candidate for Negan to be looking at for a new wife. I don't know how serious he's going to be about it, but Maggie's going to be taking it pretty serious. And especially after witnessing what happened to Glenn at the hands of Negan, I think that's going to be a pretty powerful scene. At the end of the episode, we're going to be seeing Negan leaving Alexandria, taking a ton of their supplies, including all of their guns, which brings back Eugene into play, because don't forget, he knows how to make some bullets. But we're going to start to get a feel for Rick playing off like, hey, Negan's in charge now, as a little story, as Carol would like to say, that you tell to the kids there at Alexandria, because the kids like stories. And he's not ready to call it quits on this fight yet, and I think we're going to start getting hints at an alliance that's going to be building up between the different communities to fight back against Negan. Overall, I think this episode is going to be fairly lighthearted if you can buy into Negan's humor side versus his menacing side, because I don't think he's going to be overly menacing, and it's really going to be coming down to your interpretation on how creepy that's going to be watching Negan go around communicating with the different members. This is a 90-minute episode. I don't think it's going to be action-packed. Does that mean it's going to be a slow episode? Yes. Bad episode? No. I think it's going to be very character-driven and developing different character story arcs and really building for excitement to come in the next few episodes. If you are looking for nothing but action from The Walking Dead, fear not, it is coming back. We are looking to be adding more user comments into our videos, so make sure you are leaving comments down below and on our Twitter page at The Lunchroom Sin. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. Deuces.